Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we'll be talking about your upcoming UGC NET 2024 exam. Okay, so the exam is on 18th June and a very few days remain for the exam. So I thought we will have a short discussion about what to do in the remaining days and what to do while you are giving the exam. So it's going to be a very short video and we'll talk about a few things. Okay, so let's begin. So the most important part for you here, like in this moment and from this moment till your exam, is to revise. Okay, and just focus on revision. Okay, do not I am stressing a lot on this thing that do not go for new topics. Okay, so whatever you have done, just revise. Okay, and do not go for new topics. That is the catch here, because you are only going to confuse yourself and you will take away time from your revision. So whatever you have learned, just believe in yourself, just have faith in yourself, and just go with that knowledge. And revision is important because that whatever you have learned is going to stick in your head for a longer period. Okay, and you'll be easily able to recall those topics in your exam. Like if a question come from those topics that you've learned and revised, it's going to be very easy for you to answer those questions and you'll save a lot of time. Okay, so that is why revision is very important, and not venturing into new areas that you haven't uh, read till now, or you that still remain to be finished, is not a is a good idea. Like, do not venture in those area. Okay, another important topic that you have to focus on here is your paper one. So I think 7 or 8 days remain for the paper. 7 days, not just including today. 7 days are remaining. So just focus on your paper one, because if you have a good score in paper one, your chances of clearing the net exam becomes very high. Okay, and it is very important that you revise the topics. Like, I am hoping that you have covered the entire syllabus of paper one, so I am hoping that you'll revise each and every topic again. Okay, as deeply as possible, because this is something like a lot of students don't focus upon, but I feel that this is the make or break part of whether you clear the exam or you don't clear the exam. So paper one is really important. Just try to uh, revise as thoroughly as possible. I'm like sure a lot of people might be thinking that your second paper, that is your subject, should be stronger, but the game here is to clear the exam. Okay, it's not a test of your knowledge. I mean, if you think practically, it's about you marking the right questions in the paper. Nobody will bring a barometer to test how much hours of study you had put in. So the entire game is to mark the right questions. So uh, paper one, I think, gives you more return on benefits. Okay, and it makes you easy. It makes easy for you to clear the exam. So paper one is really important, and I want you to focus on this and revise as many times as possible. Okay, another important thing that you have to keep in mind while you give the exam, because this is after a very long time that the paper will be in the offline mode. Okay, so you will be having a OMR sheet that you'll have to fill. Okay, so mark my words that it might look easy, but filling the OMR sheet takes a lot of time. Okay, you have to be very cautious while you mark the circles in the sheet. So the game here is to keep marking the questions as you keep attempting the questions. So I'm not saying mark the questions every time you attempt a question. Just make a pattern. Suppose you have finished 5 questions, so attempt or mark those questions in the OMR sheet. Because what happens is, if you attempt all the 150 questions and then you sit for marking the OMR sheet, you might not be able to mark all the questions, because it is going to take time, and eventually you'll have a crunch of time in the end. So even after attempting the question in the right way, or marking the right answer, you will not be able to get marks for that question because you have not marked the OMR sheet. So this will be a very major drawback if you don't mark the OMR sheet as you go on doing the questions. So keep this in mind. uh, like if possible, do practice marking or filling the OMR sheet. Like just try to print OMR sheet. Like you can find a copy of it anywhere in the internet, and just print a copy and try to fill it before the exam. So at least you have an idea, because it's been a very long while uh, that the OMR pattern of exam has been held. So it will make you get used to it. So just remember this thing. This this particular point is very important while you are attempting the exam, okay? Because even if you know the answer, if you don't mark it, you will not get the marks, okay? So it's very important for you that you attempt the questions and mark the questions in the OMR sheet, okay? So keep filling it as you keep attempting the questions. So note this point. The last point is attempt all questions. So as we know that in this paper we do not have negative marking. So no matter what happens, even if you know the answer or you don't know the answer, or you don't have any clue of the questions, just mark something on the OMR sheet. You never know. A question here and there can uh, be a reason for you clearing or not clearing the exam. Okay, so it's very important for you to attempt all the 150 questions. Okay, just manage your time accordingly, that you have to attempt the questions and also mark the OMR sheet. Okay, just manage your time accordingly. At least try to finish the entire paper in 2.5 hours. Okay, so that you have time for revision and marking. If suppose you plan on marking the questions in the end, which is not a very wise strategy, but still. So if you go for that strategy, then at least you'll need to have a 30 minutes window, because it is going to take a lot of time to mark 150 questions in the OMR sheet. So this is what I wanted to express, and I wish you all the best for your paper. So I hope you will do well, and you will clear the exam. So I'll see you soon. Take care.